What a creepy way to start a YouTube video, right? What's up, everybody? Thank you for clicking and checking out this video. Today is going to be a special video. I'm going to be unboxing some products that were sent to me by a company. And we're going to go through those products. We're going to talk a little bit about that company. And then we're going to start nailing out some of the work that I've done with these products. I've been using these products for a long time. The company reached out to me and they said, hey, would you be interested in trying our products for some of your videos? I said, absolutely, considering I already use your products before I ever even got an email from them. So it worked out great. I love their products. I've used them for years. We're going to talk about them, talk about some of the stuff that their products are capable of being used on, and just take a peek at some of the stuff on their website that I thought was great information. Now, before we dig into this box and see what's in here, please like and subscribe this video. A lot of people have been doing that. I've noticed that my subscribing count has gone up every day. I appreciate all you guys, all the comments, all the back and forth with people and just in my comments section who have had some stuff to add to my videos. It's been great. If you're a car person, drop a comment. I'll be more than happy to respond to you. And I like talking to other car people as it is anyway. So please like and subscribe, and I heard it'll even help your credit. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and dig right in. First things first, I wanna say thanks to James at Super Clean for sending me this. He's the one who reached out to me and asked me about their products and said, you know, hey, we're gonna try and send you something for your videos. So I appreciate him, thank you very much. Here is just some of the paperwork when I first opened the box. It talks about concentration. Super Clean works best with cold water and is important to never let Super Clean dry on the surface. I'm gonna cover more of this stuff in my video. In fact, here is their dilution chart. So this is actually good information, and I was actually going to add that in the video too. I had taken some screenshots of their website I was going to add to the video. So I'm going to take this packaging out and we'll see what all's in here. All right, so I'm not sure how much you can see. This should be a banner I plan on putting up in my garage. I had asked them for one. I have a lot of wall space in this garage, and considering I'll be using their products, I would like to have something hanging on the wall. That was just my suggestion, and I think their stuff's pretty cool because the color combination that they use for their products stands out, and I actually like the colors on it. So, all right, first things first, got Super Clean, dissolves grease, super easy, super fast. And this is a bottle of, I'm just assuming, just a regular degreaser. It's a pretty good sized bottle. You can see my hand, and this is the first product I pulled out of the box here. This is probably gonna be like my 10th bottle I've ever had of this stuff. It works great. It's been one of my preferred choices for a long time. So let's see what else is in here. Get this wrapping out of the way. All right. Super Clean All Wheel Cleaner. This is actually my favorite product of theirs. I have used this for a long time. And if I'm not mistaken, my dad used it in the 90s. This company's been around since 1978. And I remember, if I'm not mistaken, they had a bottle in the 90s that was actually white. But I remember they've always had an awesome wheel cleaner, and I am very happy to see this in the box. This stuff is awesome, especially considering I scrub my wheels all the time. And then here's another degreaser. This is probably like a foam spray, I would say. It's an aerosol can. So this would be great for just spraying over a general area and maybe scrubbing with a light brush. These things are awesome too. But if I'm not mistaken, that's a foaming style. So they also sent me a t-shirt, which I think is awesome because I do love the color combination for their stuff. The purple and the black. And I think it's just a good setup. It's really eye-catching. I went to Advanced Auto Parts earlier this week to get some stuff. And I actually went to O'Reilly's too, and they all had this product. And as soon as I walked in, the aisle at O'Reilly's, the first thing you see on the bottom shelf is the Super Clean in my hometown O'Reilly's. So thank you for the hat. I wear hats more than anybody you'll probably ever meet. I wear hats all the time just because that's just how I am. So that hat will get put to good use, excuse me. And then here's this awesome banner they sent me. I'm gonna go ahead and hang that up in the garage before we start doing some stuff because I do want their banner to be able to be seen in the video. They were awesome enough to send me all this stuff. They deserve to have their name hanging up in my garage. And we're gonna use their products for many other videos too. So it won't just be a one video thing. It's actually gonna be multiple videos. So I'm gonna actually hang this and we're gonna go ahead and start getting some of the information in there that I wanted to share with you about Super Clean. And then we're gonna go right into some of the project that I'm doing. I had went ahead and bought a set of Forgestars. Let me go ahead and switch back to a normal. All right, as I was saying, I bought some Forgestars. I'm gonna show you the video of me mounting them. I did a test fit to make sure that they fit properly, no rubbing or anything like that, and I did run into an issue. So I'm actually waiting on some hub-centric wheel spacers. I'll get more into that video. That's a whole separate video that was filmed on a separate day. But now that I'm getting the fitment squared away, I'm going to go ahead and take everything back off. These tires need to be cleaned, the wheels need to be cleaned, and my inner fender wells need to be cleaned, and even some other stuff under the undercarriage of the car. And it just so happens Super Clean Products works great for all of that. So once I get those other parts in, I am going to add that into that video as well. But I'm gonna show you just the test fitment video, and then we'll do the full cleaning video, because I didn't wanna keep taking the wheels on and off with them being super clean and test driving. So now that we have the fitment squared away, then we will go ahead and do the full cleaning. And I actually got some plastic coating to make the inner fender wells look a little bit new again. It's some really interesting stuff. It was like a ceramic coat too. So I'm gonna use the Super Clean products to clean, and then I'm gonna go right into adding that coating there just for a final touch. So I appreciate you guys watching. The video that comes after that will be another breakdown of some things that I did with some other tires and wheels that I have, because I actually want to use the products on more than just these tires and wheels. I have some tires and wheels that have been sitting for a long time, and I think that would be great to use, because I have to get them cleaned up, because they're probably going to be going on this car at some point. So I figure why not just go ahead and get them cleaned up, one shot, one video. But again, the weather hasn't been on my side, the holidays haven't been on my side, and then on top of it all, I've been working. So this video is broken down over the course of several different shots, filmed on several different days. But I do appreciate you guys watching, and here it is. So before I start this video, I do want to mention that Super Clean is not affiliated with my channel. They are a great company. They make a lot of great products, but they are not to be held responsible for anything in the making of this video, or anybody doing anything dumb that they wouldn't want you to do with their products. This is just a great company that sent me some stuff, and we're gonna talk about some of that stuff. But I wanted to make sure and make it very clear, I'm not paid to do this. This was nothing more than a genuine video on their products that I have been using for years. So to start off, in 1978, you will see encircled in red right there, that's when the company started, which is amazing. I know what it's like to kind of start a company and try and push your product or your advertising to get it out there, and it's not easy. I worked for a lot of big performance shops throughout the years that had their own products. Some of them were billet parts, some of them were just custom one-off parts that the industry kind of needed for people who are doing builds. And it's not easy to get it out there, and it's not easy to stay in business either. So kudos to them. Them being in business since 1978 really says a lot. So I wanted to circle that. You can see it there. A company that's been in business that long, they obviously make great products. You wouldn't be in business that long if you didn't. And if you notice over to the right there, you'll see a spot where I circled. I'm sorry if it's cut off a little bit. My screenshots tend to be a little bit wider than what the recording studio lets me edit. So, but off to the right, throughout their website, you will see that little thing that says chart with a little tiny like beaker looking thing. That is basically at any time on their website, if you click that, it goes right over to their dilution chart, which I think is awesome. This is something you definitely want to look at if you're going to be working with these products on a regular basis, because you don't want to put too much and destroy what it is you're working on, and you don't want to put too little and not get the job done right. So it's good to follow a dilution chart. Now, if you decide to veer from the dilution chart, that's on you, but I think it is a good thing, considering that the people who came up with the chemistry of the products are telling you what it is that you should and shouldn't do with them, because they've done testing. They've probably used these products themselves a bajillion times. They know what works and they know what doesn't work. So I would recommend just checking out that dilution chart if you're going to be working with their products. So if you go onto their dilution chart, you'll notice that it has a lot of great information on here. It talks about automotive stuff. It also talks about indoor, outdoor, and other recreational stuff. So you'll see it lists, auto parts, engines, tires, underbodies, shop equipment. That's going to be more my category. That you would use full strength, as you see there at the top. Now, if you get into carpets, floor mats, things like that, then the dilution changes. Now, as you scroll, you'll see left to right different products that these products will work on. And that just kind of gives you an idea. If you're questioning whether you should use Super Clean on something, there you go. It kind of gives you a breakdown of everything that it offers. Again, you want to go by the dilution at the top of the page based on what it is you're working on, which products you're dealing with. I say that because it's actually a good thing to make sure you do the right measurements, because you don't want to damage anything you're working on. And like I said before, you want to make sure whatever it is you are working on, you clean it properly. So make sure and follow that page. It's right there on their website, easy to find. I noticed on their website too, they have some pretty awesome tech articles and a whole area. If you click on the news portion of their channel, you will see some pretty interesting tech articles. And this one just talks about cleaning your car, but they also have other great articles like how to do your boat, how to do your cooker, or your grill, I should say. And some pretty interesting stuff just on their website on how to do it, if you're somebody who would like to read up on some of that stuff. What's up, everybody? Happy New Year's. It's 2023, and I got some free time. My wife and kid went out of town. They went to spend some time with some family for the holidays. So I got some free time on my hands to get some things done. I hope everybody had a great New Year's. It's going to be a good year, I feel. I didn't feel that way going into 2021 and 2022, but I feel like this year is going to be an excellent year. And all last year, I didn't purchase a lot of stuff. There was things that I needed to do for my cars that I just never got to. And last year I spent a lot of my time just focusing on paying off debt and taking care of just stupid things that I had that I needed to get, paid off and done and get rid of. So all year I really didn't buy anything other than the clutch for this car, which I did all the video on. Put a clutch in it, I bought a flywheel. So really, other than that, I didn't splurge on anything last year. And so January 1st hit of this year, and I decided to go get these Forgestars. Kissimmee's usually a 2-hour haul from where I live, and I made it out there yesterday in an hour and a half because our turnpike system has a new exit up my way. So I hopped on that with my daughter, drove down there, got them, quick, boom, here's your money. Loaded up the wheels in the truck, and then drove back home, spent the rest of the day with my kid. I didn't film any of the drive and all that like I usually have in some of my videos. I just wanted to spend the time with my kid yesterday, and she went with me and we had fun and stopped, got food, did all kinds of stuff yesterday. So I didn't film any of it. There's certain parts of me doing my car stuff that I do with my family, so I just don't feel the need to put it on video. But this video today is gonna be me doing some mounting of the F14's, and then on top of it, this is just basically to make sure they fit, no rubbing issues, anything like that. Then I'm going to go ahead and put the car on the lift. I'm going to take the wheels and tires back off, and we're going to do some cleaning up from the project that we had when I first put the clutch in. I don't know about all of you guys, but when I get new tires and wheels, I always run into something that makes it a bigger headache than what it needs to be. This was supposed to be a quick, easy tire and wheel swap, and it didn't turn out that way. So I had to go get spacers from rubbing the inner side, and the spacers that I got did not work. So I had to go find other spacers. I ended up finding 5/16 universal spacers that are not hub centric. I will not be keeping those on there. This is just, they're on there so I can test drive it, make sure that is enough space, and now I am going to buy hub-centric spacers. If anything over a 1/4 inch, I would run hub-centric, and I would also change the studs. So I have enough meat on the lug nuts right now on the thread of the stud that I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna take it for a test drive. The 1/4 inch that I had would not work. The 1/4 inch spacers I had would not work. So I had to settle for 5/16. I'm gonna order 1/4 inch hub-centric spacers because I think those will do the trick. But for right now, I'm just gonna go for a test drive, make sure everything works. And this is just one of those things when it comes to modifying a vehicle, you have to deal with this stuff. But I went ahead and swapped out the lug nuts too. So instead of there being chrome, they're all black. But yeah, when I finally get those hub-centric spacers, then I'll finish this video on more of the detail of it. All right, what's up everybody? Today is a new day. I got the spacers in. We're gonna be putting those on the car. But before we do that, we're gonna try out some of those super clean products that they sent me. I hung the banister behind me, you can see there. It's probably gonna go a little bit higher up in the shop, something like that. But for the time being, I'm gonna put that there because I have to change a couple things around in the shop that I'm gonna be trying to move some shelves and things. But I was gonna put the yellow vet on the lift, and unfortunately, my lift has a small leak out of the hose, and I really don't want to risk it because of how I have everything stored in this garage kind of works right now. So I was gonna put the car on the lift, and then also my wife and kid they're coming back home today. I haven't seen them in over a week. They've been out of town on vacation with some family. So I'm on a limited time today trying to get everything that I wanted to get done. Today's my only day off, so when they get home, I'm gonna try and spend some time with them. But I'm gonna do the inner fender wells. I'm going to clean up the wheels, and we're gonna put this stuff away. And then I'm going to get these race stars that I have here cleaned up, just the tires themselves. And this differential here. That differential I'm gonna get cleaned up because I am considering sending it off to have some lower gears put in it. Thinking about going with some 410s. I think it'd be great for this car, but we'll see. But I need to get it cleaned up. It's soaked in oil, it's covered. It's a good differential. And so that's gonna be it for today. We're just gonna get everything, start nailing stuff, getting it done, using our super clean products. Obviously, I don't wanna wear the shirt and the hat today because I don't wanna get it all messed up. So I just wore regular yard and work clothes. And then once I finish degreasing and cleaning and scrubbing through the fender wells, I wanted to also try some of this stuff. It's vinyl rubber plastic ceramic shine coating. It's made to make some of those inner fender wells look like new again, so we'll see how that works. My spacers came in. They are not hub-centric, unfortunately. It's one of those things that always just kind of happens to me. But we're gonna throw these on just for now, and then I'm gonna order the hub-centric ones again through the company and tell them, you know, hey, you guys sent me the wrong stuff. Today's Sunday, I just opened them. So no point in contacting them today. But I will be contacting them and telling them, hey, you guys sent me the wrong stuff, and we'll get the other stuff out. Those will work for right now anyway. And then I'll swap out the spacers later. right, this is just our finished dripping product. I have not applied anything other than the super clean degreaser, and just scrubbed it with a brush like you just saw. So everything came out really clean. Look how clean that shock looks. Pretty impressed. So I'm gonna do the other side next, and then I'm gonna get started on kind of washing up these wheels, putting the new spacers on, and then I'm gonna clean up that differential. So this is the foaming spray I was talking about. This is in the aerosol can, and actually I find it easier to apply than this, only because it just basically, you spray it and it spreads and gets all over everything. So I kind of like this stuff. I think this might be another great option in the event you're trying to clean up a bunch of stuff, especially in the undercarriage. It's nice when you can just hit everything. Wow, this is a whole lot easier to apply than the regular squirt bottle. Good to take a clean microfiber towel and make sure that you wipe all the water off of the paint. Because we're using degreaser is not necessarily great for paint. So if you do splash some on your inner fender well and then it gets onto the paint, best to just wipe it off before it sits too long. It's just a good thing to do. All right, so here is the driver's side after it has pretty much dried for the most part. Still a little bit damp, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I'm gonna end up using the that ceramic coat spray that I was talking about. It looks so nice under there that I don't think I'm gonna worry about putting that coating on there. And here's the passenger side, still drying off. Oh, kind of missed a spot there. I'll go back over that. But up in here, I had some CV axle grease. So I kind of got under there and scrubbed it. I didn't bring the camera down there to see it, but got rid of that CV axle grease. Caliper looks bright and brand new again. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna apply that other stuff. I think I'm just gonna leave it. The super clean pretty much got it looking like brand new again. The driver's side, the side I just showed you before, it's pretty much dry and it looks great. So. Now, one correction I did want to make before I move on. I had mentioned before that the Forgestar F14's going on this car were hub-centric. They are not. The wheels that I put on this Corvette, they are hub-centric. They're actually designed for a BMW, but they work on this car, but they are hub-centric wheels that I ended up putting on this Corvette. The wheels that are going on here, the Forgestar F14's, they are actually lug-centric, meaning they get centered onto the car by tightening up the lug nuts. And anyway, so our spacers that came, this part in the middle where my fingers are moving right here, this should be tight enough to ride on the hub, and they are not. It's basically not gonna ride on this hub here, but they are gonna be centered by the lugs themselves. And the Forgestar F14's are centered onto the car by using the lugs and tightening them up. So just a mistake I made previously, but that's actually how C5 Corvettes come, and C6. And I was kind of surprised to find that out because I really did think that they were hub-centric. A lot of your modern cars are, but needed to make that correction. So here's the inside of the wheel. I am gonna get that cleaned up. Because it is a painted wheel and it is gloss black, I try to treat the wheels that are painted that way just like I would treat the paint on the car. I just use soap, water, and I use a little bit of scrubbing with a nice soft brush so it doesn't scratch the wheels anymore. And then if I need to, I run to the wheel cleaner. Now, with wheel cleaner, make sure that your wheels are safe to use it. Some wheels are made from different materials. You don't want to stain or etch your wheels. So always just double check with the manufacturer who makes the wheel on what kind of material your wheel is made from. Now, if my wheel here was full of like brake buildup, iron deposits, like crap that you get stuck on that barrel that you can't get off, then I would go right to the wheel cleaner and scrub it, no problem. But these wheels haven't been used like that. These wheels had hardly any miles on them, so I'm not gonna do that. Just soap and water, and I'll be done with the inside of the wheel and the outside. Tires and wheels are back on the car. Inner fender wells look super clean. And we're just gonna go for a quick test drive. One thing I do wanna mention, I always make sure to take a torque wrench and check and make sure my lug nuts are tight. I think if you go online and read, it says 110 foot-pounds. Some people say 100. I put it right at 105 and never had a problem. So just remember, tighten your lug nuts and then use a torque wrench to make sure they're good. Here's a differential for a C5. This is going to probably be rebuilt at some point, and I'm considering doing it sooner than later. The car that this was on had a very, very bad transmission leak, so we're gonna get it cleaned back up and debate on sending it off to the company to get different gears for them. All right, so we scrubbed this tire and scrubbed this differential, and the cool thing was I didn't have to bust out my pressure washer, which makes me really happy. My pressure washer is a real pain. This is what that other tire looked like before I ever scrubbed it. So what I did was basically take good old-fashioned super clean, sprayed the tire all around, and then I used this little Brillo pad right here and just gently rubbed all around the outside. And with this, you can see it's a lot brighter than it was. Let me get a different angle here. You can see all that grease is gone. There's still a little some in the crevices there, but all I did was spray my foam and my degreaser and hit it with that scrub brush a couple times, sprayed it with the hose. That scrub brush couldn't get in between the grooves of all that. The bristles just aren't long enough. And I let it just sit there and soak, and it's clean for the most part. Obviously it could use a little bit more touching up with like maybe a pressure washer, but if I'd have had some thinner brushes, I could have got in between those grooves. I would have probably been all right. And then if you notice, the tire is like brand new, pitch black again. You'll notice my work truck, that mud and that dirt that gets on there, and even sometimes like tire shine, it'll turn your tire into like a brown color, and it's just discolored. It doesn't look right. I learned a long time ago, take super clean, get a Brillo pad, gently just rub the outside, kind of just irritating the degreaser into it, spray it with the hose, and you'll never have to run tire shine. The tire will look completely black. My Mercury Marauder that's in the carport over there, same thing. This Corvette, same thing. My Mach 1, same thing. This car is gonna need a full cleanup here soon. And we'll be using our super clean products when I do that too. So the whole bottom of that car needs to be degreased. All right, that is it for this video. Thanks to Super Clean, you guys rock. James at Super Clean, thank you so much for reaching out to me and giving me a shot to make this. This is a fairly new channel, and I had a goal to reach 300 subscribers. I know that doesn't sound like a lot. I had a goal to reach 300 subscribers by the time my wife got back from being out of town. I'm at 299 subscribers as at the moment of making this video. Super Clean will not just be in this video, they'll be in many future videos I have. They will also have some video footage in this car for sure. Thanks for watching, please subscribe. That's all I could fit into this video in this time frame that I had with trying to get stuff done before my wife and kid came back from being out of town. But I am very happy I didn't have to bust out my pressure washer, and the C5 Corvette looks great. It's little by little getting there. I'm next probably gonna be long tube headers and some other stuff and get a tune. But I have so much other projects I'm gonna be doing too, so please subscribe to this channel. I'm really trying to put the effort in to do some really cool projects. So if you've enjoyed this, please let me know. And if you have any questions, just reach out to me. And again, thank you to Super Clean. I can't say that enough.